Hi everyone, yesterday I recorded a video that is a discussion for this channel, but I kind of like the recording more than I expected, so I'm promoting it to the main channel. It's effectively about how doing small random pointless videos like the ones I've been doing on this channel for the last few days acts as training for me to think less about stuff I'm making. It's part of like this, I don't know, cognitive behavioral therapy I'm giving to myself. Try and think less and disrupt the artist less when it comes to thinking about how people respond to stuff you put out. Basically not worrying so much if the content you create doesn't get attention, because I feel like that worry is part of the creator mental health crisis. It creates a beating ground for executive dysfunction, and that's something that I speak about in the video, but I thought it was quite a good one, so I'm promoting it to the main channel, and in doing that I am giving it some more attention in terms of editing. So I figured it'd be a good opportunity to show you part of like this new workflow process. As you can see, I've got a graphics tablet down here, so I figure I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm trying. So if you've ever seen one of my main channel videos, at least one of the recent ones within the last couple of years, you know I sometimes do little doodles to add a little something to help people connect with the ideas. Sometimes when you're talking in a monotonous way about something complicated, even if you try and condense it down well into something that's easy for people to understand linguistically, sometimes it just helps having a little extra guide, a little something for the people with very visual minds to hold on to. Like a diagram goes a long way. The thing is, doing these little doodle sheets for every single idea presented in a video can get quite overwhelming in the way that it's a large amount of work. And I would always kind of do it by hand with my keyboard and mouse, even though I had graphics tablets available. But recently, when a friend came over, Sharon from Just 3D Things, you know, he's got a bit of an ADD thing going on, so I set up a graphics tablet so while he watched me work during the day, I would let him doodle on something. So since I had it at hand, I figured, hey, let's give that a try and start using that for work. So the way this works here is if I reach over and grab the pen. I've started by taking a random freeze frame from the video. So the reason why I've taken a random freeze frame is just so it helps me get an idea of the general proportions for the recording of this video. So I can see where I can doodle over here and over here. So I have that freeze frame on a layer down there, and every time I do a little new sheet, I will just, you know, make a new layer, do my doodle, and then with my muscle memory, I'll reach over to the keyboard, is just behind, press Control, Shift, Alt, and S, and then that brings up a little pop-up over here where I can save the sheet. But obviously, typically I would just disable the original freeze frame. So let me just cancel that, go back down here, and then disable that. Now on this screen, you can't actually see the little doodle we've done, but it is there and it is on a transparent background. So when I do the Control Shift or S, it appears here, and it's probably very difficult to see, but you can see the little doodle on the background. So I have to save it as a transparent background. If I press export, I'll just give it the next number. So I'll just do like 8. And then from Premiere, it's easy to drag in because I've got the folder open there, and I would drag the image in. So that's how I basically just get these little things to appear on the screen, and then you can have them transition, fade in and out. So just having everything here makes it easy just to do quick doodles. And, you know, I spent a little while choosing my brush preset and setting up the dynamics, so the pressure sensitivity, so it feels nice on the hand. So it's just something I'm trying. I quite like discussion videos. They're very hit or miss with how they're received by, well, not necessarily the audience, but rather the platform, YouTube. When people do click on them, they seem to like them. But sometimes discussion videos are a bit of a difficult time investment to get people to actually sit down with, but they are ones I enjoy doing, and they're always good training for public speaking because I don't script my videos anymore. I mean, I used to do it for like the first year or two on YouTube because I was afraid of missing things out. But when it comes to discussion subjects, I just wing it. And it oftentimes ends up way better than it would have been if I had planned it from the beginning. Maybe if I need to, I make a few very generalized bullet points, but that doesn't happen very often because usually when I do a discussion video, it's about something I've been thinking about quite a lot for like the last few days. So at that point, the bullet points are already there in the head. So you might as well record it and just get it out into the air and then edit it down afterwards. But using the graphics tablet here is also an interesting example of space compression. There are actually two things that have happened over the last few days that are good examples of compressing down a space. So first of all, over there used to be a monitor because I was planning on having a separate computer for shipping and physical stuff, but that's now gone. And if you pretend that artwork there from a Swedish friend of mine isn't there, then that's actually a clear desk space now, which wasn't there before. Now, the reason why that's going to be a clear desk space and I don't need the computer is because I figured, well, my new thermal printer there, I might as well use this second computer for shipping as well as other things like rendering. So that has compressed that space down into that space. And likewise, I had the graphics tablet on this computer, but I figured, well, if I'm doing my editing here, then I might as well use it for this one. So I need to find a way to kind of lay out the desk here to make that more sensible. But basically, things get compressed down into different spaces as you use it more. And that's why it's always important to make changes as you go, because you figure out how you move through a space and how you use the space to be productive. So things can be optimized around that. Obviously, there's a lot more space optimization to do, but I want to give some attention to different areas of the work. So right now I'm doing a main channel thing, and then everything else in the room will be worked on over time, as I work on other projects. So that's the fun of it. Make stuff and make the space purposeful and then see how you go. So I'm going to leave you there because I've got to get back to editing, and I will see you soon.